Storytime part 3. At this point, I was absolutely falling apart. And it was, I said that I was failing my classes. I did fail some of my classes, and at this point I was in summer school with my boyfriend. And I wasn't doing all that great in those either. I was still not sleeping, I was depressed, I was anxious. You can imagine. Eventually that deadline that they had set was looming, and I said, okay, I did it. I slept with him. It was terrifying and not what I wanted. But I did it because I was petrified that they were going to hurt him, and then me, and possibly my family. And there was no way that I could allow that. This is your reminder that manipulation and coercion and threats do not equal consent. The next morning, literally like 4 o'clock in the morning, I left for the airport and went on a youth group trip across the country. And I was in shock and denial, and I was struggling with guilt and remorse and sadness and fear and so many emotions. I was a mess. I was struggling so much with the decision that I had made and everything that was going on, that I couldn't stay present. And I normally was a very happy, positive, bubbly person, and I was so out of it. And unexpectedly, but I guess not surprisingly, the threats continued, and there were more demands, and I was confused and so terrified and so tired. So tired. I finally couldn't take it anymore, and I told one of the youth leaders, thank God for him, what was going on. And he sat me down and talked to me about it. He first asked me, are you sure that your boyfriend was not involved in any of this? That he's not responsible for any of what's happening? And I confirmed. I was adamant. No, he is a victim of this. These people are all to blame. He has done nothing, and I can show you the messages and how the person who wrote them is a completely different person and personality than my boyfriend. I had no doubt in my mind. And moving on to part 4, I guess.